Have you ever heard somebody say that money is not everything? Oh, money isn't everything. Listen, money isn't everything, but it damn sure is up there with water, shelter, food, and even sex. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think that money is everything, but it is very important for you to have money in order to be an influence in your life and other people's life, and to make a conscious effort. If you're somebody that's religious, or if you're somebody that just want more out of life, you gotta have money. Now, I'm not a millionaire. No, I will be soon. I am not someone who is, highly successful and a very, very wealthy individual. I said that. But what I do know is these four things. What I do have awareness is where I'm at on the value chain, where I currently am in my life. And I want to explain to you how you can use these four pillars of value and understanding of where you are to get the most out of your life. Now, as I said, money is not everything, but it is very, very important for you to know where you are on this scale to move forward in your journey. And again, if you are on your journey in life and you want to become better, you want to have a mindset that's unstoppable, if you want to have more in any area of your life, what you have to do is click down below, subscribe, and let me know what you think about this video. Okay, so talking about implementation. Those individuals that are on the implementation stage of life, those are the people that do the work. So if you think about any business, there are always people who are moving boxes, people that are making the day-to-day errors, making the day-to-day errands, making the day-to-day tasks in order for the larger company to move forward. These are the people that are on the ground. So these are the people that will typically work at Mickey D's, right? And these are the people that are on the line making the sandwiches, right? I'm just writing some stuff on here. So if you think about this individual level, think about it. You're paid based off of your value at an organization. Now, if someone can easily replace you at your job, think about how much you're going to make at that level. You're not going to make that much. So you have to understand that if you are on the implementation level, you're typically going to be using physical work. You're going to be breaking your back. You're going to be using your body. Now, the thing about using your body is that it's a limited resource. You can't tap into a system where you can get endless amounts of funds by just using your body. We've all been taught in school that being a physical employee, being at the job and spending your hours in replace of $4, okay? If you're on the implementation stage, it's time for you to start to go up the chart. So how do I get up the chart? How do I become the person that can, one, manage those people that are on this implementation stage? I'm gonna tell you. The best way for you to move from this stage is to acquire an amount of knowledge and or skills to move up the chart. Now, I want to take a quick break to tell you this. I want you to watch this video right here, which tells you the levels of awareness in order to really move up into any area. Again, this goes more in detail about what you should do if you want to become better in a lot more areas. So, implementation. In order to move from implementation to unification, you have to have skills. Now, the people on this level are people who are managers, okay? Directors. Now, typically in any organization, the people who are managers will always have a higher salary than those people that are on an implementation stage. Of course, you're managing those people, which you get more salary. Most of us desire to be on a unification stage, but the thing about this stage is that it's going to require more responsibility. It's going to require more of you. It's going to require more from you in order to get more out of your people. Now, if you think about this in the terms of a salary or pay, just depending on what this job is, can depend on what your rate. Now, if you think about somebody that's a manager, said like a fast food chain, those individuals will probably be paid only a little bit more than this. But if you're on that unification stage and you're like, listen, there's something that I have to do in order to go to the next level, there's more things that you have to acquire. But the big thing that you will start to see is that the knowledge and the skills that you learn ultimately are always going to be limited. It's going to take a special kind of skill that you need to know to move further in life. So what is that actual skill? When you cross the threshold from unification, implementation, typically what you're doing is that, yes, you're using your mind, you're using your body, but then when you come to communication, now you can craft messages that moves masses. You could create messages to move masses. What do I mean by that? When you move above the line of just using your body and your thoughts to a process where you can now talk to large crowds, now you can send email blasts, now you could create a YouTube video that could touch thousands. What can that do for you? What could that possibly do for you now that you have a message that moves masses, or you have a product that produces profit? When you get to the communication stage, you're using your mind for level thoughts to create additional profit. Now, I'm gonna tell you where I am. I'm on a communication stage. When you get to communication stage, that could be an endless amounts of funds for you, right? So thinking about who you are, what you're doing. Depending on what your service, what you're communicating to your masses, that could be anywhere from, $50 up into, hundreds of millions of dollars, depending on how you craft it, depending on what you're saying, depending on what the message you are giving to the masses. So this is where the real level starts. This is where you want to move. You want to move beyond just thinking in a physical term to now crafting funnels, crafting websites, crafting a message that gets people to take action. Now, since you made it to this far, and I'm glad you did, I want to tell you about the last actual step, which is imagination. Before I do that, I want to tell you a story. So there was a young man that just didn't really have much. He didn't see much around him. But that young man started to read. That young man started to develop a mindset around becoming better. Ultimately, what that man was reading was futuristic ideas that he can put himself into to become what he was. But at that present moment, he didn't have the ability to. But what he started to do was to think, act, and become. In order for you to come from the implementation to the unification to the communication where life really begins, you have to start to ask, believe, and to think. Ask, believe, and to think. Either way you want to put it. You can think, believe, and ask. But more importantly, you have to start to use your mind. Imagination is a tool that a lot of us don't use because we think that it won't happen for us. The moment that you stop believing and stop thinking that it would happen, it won't happen for you. But when you think about people who are on this stage, you think about the Elon Musk, you think about the Bill Gates, you think about those people who were able to create a visionary idea and manifest it into the world and create endless profits from you. And if those people can do it, you can do it too. But you have to start to think. You have to have a keen awareness on what level you are on and continue to climb. If you're someone that wants to continue to climb, if you want to have more information about what this is, I want you to click the links down below. I want you to join our community where we're people just like you, helping them to take their ideas and use 4 steps, turn it into a reoccurring profit. We're helping them to break through the barrier and get to the communication and imagination stage. Because I believe that everyone has a passion that they can turn into a profit, but it only just takes a few steps. If you want to learn more about even joining the community or how you can take your passion and use those steps, I have a free ebook for you down below. Make sure you grab it. Again, 4 secrets from side hustle to success. I want you to use it. Take the information that I'm giving you and all of this and use it to your best benefit. Again, I only want to support you. I only want to give you the information that I know because I know that you can use it to become better. I'm using it. You should use it. Let's go, man. I'll see you on the next video.